Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another installment of the Quickview series. And this one, let me tell you, mere moments ago, I took a pair of Fiskars. Are they titanium? I took a pair of titanium Fiskars scissors, and I cut open the plastic prison, which had previously imprisoned this particular tire. And when I saw the side of it, I opened it up and I said, 1.9? 1.9? I genuinely thought, just from looking at the package, these were going to be 2.2s. And Baseline audibly gasped upon seeing these. He was like, "Dear God, don't, Lord of round rubber objects, please don't make me have to test those." So immediately upon paroling them from their plastic prison, I put them on the tire sizer, and they are indeed right above 5 inches tall, which means the purview of our Class 3 test, gentlemen. And there was something which would approximate a gleegasm from Baseline that he does not have to test these, because these are, of course, the righteous Ardour, or, if you're not a believer in the big text, if you're a reader of the subtext, they're the righteous Ardour. Ardour. That's not a word. That's not a word. These are indeed rubber. They are slightly ribbed. They are unbelted. The rubber is thick. And the foam, I would say medium soft. And they fit. And it's a 1.9. I don't know what to make of a lot of these things. It is robust through the carcass. It is robust. I don't know if... So, the number of big, tall... This is basically the size of a 1.9 J Concepts Rupture. The Bogger... Proline 19 Bogger sits around 5.4 inches tall. The 5-inch plus 1.9 that's a small market. There's not a lot of tires. This is basically just a little bit shy of the height of your typical 2.2 LP. Is he on the rack? I want to see this right side by side against an upgrade razor wire. There they are. I also have the Reef's Sabre, which is 5 inches tall as well. We'll see how close these are. They have a nice big... I can't say it without it sounding ungentlemanly. They've got a flappy lip for mounting. It's almost oversized. Also, this definitely needs to be pointed out before we go any further about the righteous Ardour. Out here, it feels exactly like the rubber that would be on a commuter bicycle tire, like those high wear, high tread life, low wear, high silica content, like e-bike tires. The tires that are on share bikes, these feel like that. But as you go down the sidewall, we've got this ring, and then we've got another little more subtle ring. Inside of that ring, it feels like the thickness is atomic down here. Right in there, right in where the bead protector lip is, it feels like nothing. Also, I sampled this audio-wise not too long ago. Let's see. It's the new record holder, am I right? That's record-setting Starsky action. Guys, I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited. I've not heard a tire that loud. It is like It is that's the 5-inch line. If it was here, we'd make Baseline do it. Baseline is living his best life right now. So the Righteous Ardour, or Ardour, depending on what you like, upgrade RC razor wire, and Reef's saber. Like, we're talking 1 or 2 millimeters difference in terms of height, width, everything. I did not measure his width, did I? That's important. So it was 5 and just less than a 16th, which is 128 millimeters in terms of width. I would say 51. These make no claims on the sidewall. Over here they say RX19-61019. None of those numbers really mean anything. So, sometimes you gotta earn your stripes. You can't just test phenomenal LP tires all day long. This gentleman has gotten to test most of the tires in the top 10, because that's just how it works. We got a bearing that's inarguably past its prime. 5.1 inches tall, bit of an odd size. 51 millimeters wide, a little bit less odd in terms of width. The Righteous Ardour I just can't get enough. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know what to make of it. What exactly? Come in closer to the fire, everybody. You would think that just by accident, purely by happenstance, someone would pour a fluid into the machine that then uses heat and pressure and shoots these out of a mold. Someone just on accident would get that formula right just every once in a while. But we've effectively seen it twice. The Hobby Soul Mud Terrain and the, of course, famous Mix Racing crawler tire, aka the Fake Tusk, aka the Fusk. 2 out of like 100. These ain't gonna beat them. If these can execute a climb up Slick Rock, I will be astonished. We might get the grandest display of lug noise to date. I love a tire that is truly sublime, that is remarkable in all of its forms, J-Concepts Tusk, and in equal measure, a tire that is so abjectly bad that it makes us question, how could you set out to do something and get it so wrong? The Righteous Ardour, or Ardour, Rocks Unseen, I do believe, will be, to wax an analogy in your direction. Analogical? No, that's not right. To spin an analogy at you, this would be the equivalent of attempting to make yourself a homemade pizza pie and burning down your neighbor's detached garage. That's what you did here. And if they can overcome this, truly, it'll blow my mind. So, we step out onto the course in a position where there are no losers here. We're gonna win. It's either going to exceed expectations, or it's going to be one of the worst things we've ever seen. And why do most people watch auto racing? Because we want to see them smash into each other. Righteous Ardour is going to go smash into some rocks. And no matter what happens, I'm probably going to have a good time. Welcome out onto the course in what I would consider to be super optimal conditions. 65, 18, 95. Full overcast. And, as you can tell by the ground, we are fresh off of a fill both green waste cans all the way to the top. Still leave 4 or 5 piles. The place was a mess. The place looks great right now. The Righteous Ardour. As unremarkable. Oh, yeah, baby. This is no mechanicals. This is no mechanical. Oh, you love to see it. Look at this. Oh, I love it. I love it. I said we were in a win-win situation. I think if they had just molded these tires out of solid plastic, like if we had made this tire in the same fashion with which they outfit a Barbie Power Wheels Jeep, I think we'd be in the same situation. Lateral movement only. I'm starting to feel the warmth. Like there's a warm feeling in my brain. This is tragicomic. Oh, I almost had it. Gotta be quicker. It is potentially the least forward drive I've ever seen. It is genuinely remarkable. This is, I mean, we heard that Starsky. We heard a next level, a new paradigm of tire screech. Oh, any impediment at all, and it just stops. It's unbelievable. You would think that we're deep into mechanicals. Righteous Ardour. Slick Rock. A 5. I've got to keep it together. We've thought that we'd reached that promised land before. We can't. It's too early. This is what's most impressive, honestly. Like, it's not just an absolute lack of forward drive. There's no positionability. You can basically get as heavy as you want on the throttle because we have no... This is establishing a new... I never thought I would see a tire with this little grip. They say never meet your heroes, but I think the righteous Ardour might be my hero. This is an expression of absolute ineptitude. Unbelievable. Those rear tires are just on flat ground. You'd think there was an invisible hand pushing on the front axle. I am in awe. Righteous Ardour, the staircase, a 5. We do have to get to a certain point for this to really to crescendo out. There's still an opportunity for it to show some sort of capability. Oh, it's just getting better. And by better, I mean absolutely worse. We have literally seen. It has so little total available grip. Basically what I did is kind of got him into a crab walking position and just let him go. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They have no drive, no positionability, no consistency. There are tires that I can come off of this little ledge right here. I can drive off of right there and just let it free roam, and it will just go across and right up through the transition. If I just give this gas, it is going to go directly to the path of least resistance. No positionability, no forward drive, no stability, no precision. Righteous Ardour. Quail in the side hill. A 5. In truth, honesty, and full disclosure, I am... There is the potential for oops, all 5s. Okay, we're on. We're almost on. And we're off again. Oh. The edges of the lugs are beginning to feather. Oh, he's picked up a little leaf. Any amount of mechanical at all, and it's full stoppage. Nah, this isn't a 5. This isn't a 5. I mean, it's close. It's close. The ability to just go full throttle all the time. Oh. There's no the least positionability I've ever encountered It's like they're made of ice. I will go super generous, and I will go all the way up to a 6. Yeah, truly impressive. How you had to ruin it. You had to ruin it. Who? What? What tire succeeds on the left-hander, which is the more difficult side, and then comes in right hand and can't get over it? Was it a fluke? Yeah, the very edges of the shoulder lug are feathering incredibly on the rear. How did you do it? It's quite literally no grip on any surface. How did that go? Oh, almost. All right, it's going to mess up the math. An absolute 5 on one side, but we do have to give it a 7.5 on the other side because it did do it repeatably. Average between those two, been here before, 6 1/4 for Daphne's third. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just so imprecise. Oh my God. Because a lot of what we're looking at is, does it go where I'm directing it to go? And this tire never goes where I'm directing it to go. The bump is honestly full pulls. You got to go full pull. You have no idea. This is jarts in the dark. You have no idea where it's going to land. And maybe maybe 1 in 6, 1 in 7 times does it actually manage to bump its way on. That's like somewhere around under 15% success ratio. Crazy. I can happily give it a 5 for bump because you have no idea what's going to happen when you pull the trigger. Oh, righteous Ardour. 5, dead limit, the bump. 6 1/4, Daphne's third. 6 1/4, knowing what we still have in front of us, 6 1/4 might be the best we see. It would be genuinely miraculous if this tire can even do the breach here at the beginning to get on. Ordinarily, when we're dealing with class 3 stuff, 5-inch and up, we're looking for tires. How well does it do versus another? And it is tenths. The separation between best and worst is often tenths. Spirit of the forest. He might come through camera. Right over. Keep your eyes trained right here, right there. We'll lay back for a second. Spirit of the forest. The biggest tail you've ever seen. So lanky. So lanky. Oh, I didn't have to get up. Excellent. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. There's nothing I can do here. We're just lucky we didn't flip it over. Yeah, absolutely not. This tire does not have the qualifications for this. Oh, what? What's that? Righteous Ardour? Gate 5? A 5? Oh, I can't even believe it. At this point, barring the Righteous Ardour being struck by a wizard beam of unearthly traction, we have found it. You can see clearly now. I get a couple drips on my head every once in a while. The rain might not be gone, but I think you can see fairly clearly there is zero mechanical interference here. We can do this. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That's right. That's right. You accidented yourself up there. I can't even position it. It's the best. Oh, the push. The just absolute push. Oh my goodness. Right here, we have a little mini section we do here. Daphne's line, we do this little almost 45-degree run where we start right here and we try to progress right up. I can't even get there. Unbelievable. And we try to go right there. It literally can't do it. It can't do it. Steering inputs are constant. It is unbelievably out of control. Righteous Ardour, Daphne's line. Easily a 5. Easily. Only 2 remain. And we have seen 2 obstacles that weren't 5. It's pretty much right. Can't even, literally, cannot grip rock at all. That was the breach on. That's the easiest thing we try to do. Absolutely. If they somehow managed Come on! Come on! Do it! Come on! If they just had any amount of precision, any amount of predictability, where you could say, okay, if I get to this amount of throttle, we can get a little bit of catch. There's nothing. We're basically stuck there. Those shoulders, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. On the rear tire, we're getting real color out on the shoulder lug because it's just wearing them off. Inside and outside corners of the lug, mostly on the rear. Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance under the sun. As soon as you try to modulate throttle to maintain position, it just falls. You need to be at like 40 or 50% throttle to even try to stay on the obstacle at all. It is now sort of gently sprinkling. There it is. A perfect summary of the righteous Ardour. There's nothing. There's nothing to be had here. I've never seen a tire fall away so much. Righteous Ardour, Tumbledore. Despite the fact that we full throttled it up the left corner, I'm giving it a 5 anyway. My expectations of this tire on wet are, let me see, hold on, are absolute solid 5. Sad note, my as seen on TV, it just, I don't know, corrosion, I don't know, just broke off. I'm wondering if I can get, like, use an Spirit of the forest. What's up, bud? Why are your legs so long? Spirit of the forest, I have to spray water right there. All right, we're just gonna we're gonna have a break here, and we're gonna wait for Spirit of the forest to make his way across here. Yeah, that's where the squirrels go, bud. Look at the, like, he has fully moved on, and that tail is still, like, the tail's still in the room. The hose leaks at the bib, so he's having a little fresh water. There's plenty of water in the pond, guy. All right, try to frame this back up. He's right here next to me. Oh, he's crossing the bridge. Hope this doesn't give him any startles. Oh boy, did it. Oh, he's chasing a bird. He's chasing a bird. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. I would just like to put a little nozzle on the end of it. I hate throwing things away. I'm sad that the front of the turbojet broke off. It's a sad day. It just, well, I mean, the aluminum, I wish I could had the piece here. The wall of the aluminum is thin. As seen on TV, not made expensively. Yes. Yes. Why do they look brown? Achieve cutoff. Damn it. You did it again. You did it again. Righteous Ardour, I had the number ready in my head. I like that we hit cutoff and then came back to life. Repeat it. Can't. You know what? The lack of repeatability means I can comfortably go with a 6. So you might know what this means and you might not. The righteous Ardour tallied 7 5s, 2 6s, and 1 6 1/4. If my math is correct, that is 53.25. Previously, prior to right now, in this timeline, in this corner of the multiverse, the bottom of the barrel, the absolute bottom, was the Remo Hobby 1093 ST P7971, which had managed to score a 57. It has been like, this is racing someone to the bottom aggressively. 53 1/4 is the new brown standard for absolute failure. Let's throw another bonus on top of that. The reports on Amazon of these tires are that, remember how I pointed out that the inner part of the sidewall, right where the beadlock ring is, it's very thin there and people get them to rip. My question to those people is, how do they manage to generate enough traction to get the tire to rip? I don't think you could rip these off the rim because they literally don't grab the ground at all. They would have more traction. They would have more traction if they were solid rubber. Just solid rubber pucks. 53.5 puts them 3.5 points behind next to last. And then in next to last is, of course, the famed, the infamous Boom Racing Hustler with a 62.5. These are 9 points worse than a Boom Racing Hustler. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is a truly great day. Unbelievable. 53.25. I don't really do 2.5, so that would be 53. We'd have to round up. 53.3. So 9.2 points worse than a Boom Racing Hustler. This is truly a moment, a historic moment. I still sit in absolute amazement. Wolverine isn't even mad about it because Baseline has gotten to test almost all of the worst tires. But now Wolverine has gotten to test the absolute worst tire. It doesn't qualify in a tire in any other aspect than it is round, it is made of rubber, and it has the appearance of a tire. But a variety of other solid substances would do better than this. We ran just silicone inserts shoved onto wheels and they did better than this. Unbelievable. The righteous Ardour, or, as mentioned, depending on which you do prefer, the big print or the small print, it could be the righteous Ardour. 53.3, the new brown standard. And now I sit here and I think it can't, like, this has to be it. We can't go below this. But that's what keeps us going. What if we can? What if we can find worse than this? Red Cat is a thing that exists. Danchi is still out there. Cross might put out some other tire that's even worse than the ones they've put out before. Boom Racing might try something new, although the Aggressor wasn't. It was terrible, but it wasn't this terrible. It didn't set the new low bar Unbelievable. Yet, absolutely believable. You buy Amazon tires, this is what you get. I bet that on Amazon, these probably still have like a 3-point-something star review on them, which is proof that you should have to have a license to write an Amazon review. 53.3, the worst tire we've ever seen. Possibly, very possibly, the worst tire we will ever see. The Righteous Ardour, 1.9, 5.1 inches tall. The new standard. I don't know about y'all, but I was glad I was here to see it. As usual, check out channel memberships. We give stuff away all the time, if that's the kind of motivation you need. Questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Thank you so much for joining us in between now and when we meet again. Please, one and all, do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you again here from the canyon. And Wolverine Leaves here is going to roll out of frame, strong and confident that whatever rubber goes on his feet next, it's probably not going to be as bad as these. There's a 99.9% chance they won't be as bad as these. But we still have hope.